All right, what's up, party people?
What's
How's
up?
it going? We just got a little bit different kind of podcast today. It's not really a podcast, just a Q&A. You know, if you follow us on Instagram, right here. I don't know where you can do it, Jar, but it's here.
I'll make it happen.
Or in the comments down below, you'll be able to see our Instagram page. Make sure you like it so you can keep up all the random stuff that we post on it. But we also do a Q&A on our Instagram recently on the stories.
Yeah.
From Jar, and you guys actually responded with quite a few questions that we actually have. So we thought, you know, why not do something different? Answer a few of your questions, something lighter, or some of them were pretty deep, but we'll keep it on the lighter end today, and then hopefully we got some good content for you guys as well.
Yeah.
So why not we just get straight into it, Jar?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I will add on to that. Yeah, it's just good to do a Q&A because just to break things up a little bit, you know.
Yeah, why
we've
not?
Been having some topics and
It's actually nice that you guys actually ask us questions, so if
Yeah,
we
we
feel
love
the
that.
love a little
we
bit.
love that because Nick says that all the time in every podcast. I mean, like, we would like to hear you guys comment and your opinions in the comments and stuff like that. You know, like you always like DM us. And
Yeah,
like,
but people let us know in person a lot.
that's true.
Which is
we
nice.
appreciate that.
But
we do,
we also
yeah.
appreciate the comments a little bit on the stats, you know? But it's all good.
That would be very helpful, but it's okay. It's all good. You know, God's timing and all that. But yeah, yeah, let's just get into the questions. We probably won't be able to answer them all, so we might actually break that into another episode another time.
Yeah, why not?
So if your question's not like here in this video, it'll be in the next one, the next Q&A we do, okay? So we'll start nice and light, okay? I won't say the name. I'll keep it anonymous. All right, so this one says, why was Nick trying on 3 women's items yesterday? Well, it probably wasn't yesterday now, but I'm assuming you went to a store, this person saw you, and they're like, why are they wearing women's clothes?
Why was I trying? Oh, I know who this is from. Look, apparently
Look in the camera.
I was told that a trend right now is guys trying on girls' clothes in a Uniqlo store. I only found that out after when I was trying out 3 different choices. Because, okay, the first one was like, wow, I don't remember guys' shirts being this soft and silky and smooth.
Yeah, right.
Then I was like, why is it a little bit see-through? And then I was like, where's the top button? My chest is showing. Then I realized it was a girl.
So you were wearing it by mistake. It wasn't because you wanted to try women's clothing. It was by mistake.
Yeah. Because
Wait,
story is I went shopping with my girlfriend because I wanted to try on these like Uniqlo like pleated pants because apparently like it was coming out, it was cool.
Yeah.
And then Yeon gave me a few like pieces of clothing and she was like, try this, I reckon look how nice. I didn't know she brought it from like a woman's like freaking thing. So then I was like wearing it. I was like, wow, good. I don't remember like, but then I just assumed it was hell soft because it's just Uniqlo. Uniqlo comes
Yeah.
out with all these crazy like airism stuff, like all
Yeah,
these things.
yeah.
So I was like, maybe it's just a new Uniqlo thing. And then I was like, I realized the buttons are on the different side as what guys button ups do. That's how you tell it's a girl. Guys like button up, but I didn't think it through. Then I like opened the dressing room thing. I asked one, and I realized a lot of people could see me, and I was like really awkward. And then also, then the second one was pants, and I was like, why is it so high waisted? And then that's when I realized it was trick pants because the crotch area was a little bit tight, but then it was so high
didn't
up.
compensate for
Yeah, it didn't
anything
feel.
there.
And then it was and it was also too soft. I was like,
Yeah.
guy pants ain't that soft,
Yeah.
and it was really tight.
But what's with that though? Why are our pants not that soft? Why is our clothing so rough then compared to that?
Because men are rough. Okay, no, I'll take that back.
I mean, it's just a question. It's not for him to answer.
yeah,
Think about it at home. You know,
yeah.
like why? Why? What the hell? Okay. I mean, what the heaven?
Yeah,
say
but
that
I
here.
mean, yeah, Jesus only. Yeah, the shirt was very soft. I did end up buying this shirt,
Oh, really?
but one has it. I don't have it. But yeah,
Are you guys gonna share your clothes?
no, we're not gonna share that one.
Okay.
It was kind of cool though. Okay, fine. I will wear it. No, I will not. Maybe I'll wear it one episode. When we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will wear it.
okay
for that episode.
All right. We'll mark your words for it. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys, you heard it here first.
I don't remember what the third item was, but yeah. Anyways, we can move on from that.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. We'll move on from
Yeah.
that. All right. Cool. Someone asks, reading any books right now? Nick, what are you reading, bro?
The Bible. Okay, no. I mean,
we
yes.
all, like, I mean,
I mean,
reading
yes.
the Bible. Yeah, but
Nah. I guess at the moment the only books I'm really reading is like this book called Hearing God that you actually recommended for me.
it's a good book. Yeah.
Because I always just felt like I've been a Christian my whole life, and one big thing is you always hear people go like, I hear God in this, that, do all that stuff, and then kind of makes you feel crappy a little bit because you're like, why don't I really hear God, or how do I actually hear God? And I was like, just curious. So I started reading this book. Turns out to be very great. So if you're a Christian watching us and you really want to know, I definitely recommend this book because this book is really good.
Yeah. And
But
it's
yeah.
like very digestible. Like the
Yeah.
way he. Because
Who's the author again? I can't say his
Nathan-
surname. Like,
Nathan Finocchio.
yeah,
I think
check
that's
him
his
out.
name.
He's very good.
Yeah, like just the language just seems more like you can. It's not too hard to understand what he's trying to get at. Like,
Yeah.
it's very casual. Almost.
And it makes sense.
yeah,
Like it just explains a lot and a lot of concepts and perspectives that we sometimes get wrong
yeah,
in our minds because
Yeah.
we get so pressured by what other people are doing, what other people are saying, that you actually forget like the simpleness of it,
Yeah.
but also, like how you can actually hear God in your life and in your walk as well. So
Yeah.
definitely, if you're struggling or you're in that season right now where you feel it's kind of silent or dry,
yeah,
maybe that book's for you.
yeah. How good? Facts it helped me out a lot. Well, I'm reading this book called Rewire Your Heart,
Oh,
and it's
wow.
like I forgot the author's name because I just picked it up.
Mm.
But it's about how he talks about sin and how why do we always go back to sin even though we don't want to do that,
Yeah.
like Paul says in the Bible, like, oh, I know what I don't want to do but I do it anyways, kind of thing, in that verse.
Oh, wow.
And he
That's
talks
kinda cool.
about why we do that, and he said, well, obviously, like, we're born into this world as sinners, and like our innate like desire, affections, he says, is sin.
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, when we do something because we want to do it, we want that outcome or whatever.
Yeah.
So when he talks about rewiring your heart, from where I'm at the moment, he's talking about like he's getting to that point, but I think it's what he's trying to say is you want to like rewire your way in a way that you desire the things of the kingdom and not the things of the world.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for like when he's going to tell me how to do that, but he's doing the whole explaining part, but it's really good so far and I recommend it. So yeah, rewiring your heart. I'll put it up in this somewhere so that when I edit later, then I'll remember obviously
Yeah,
who the
nice.
author is. All right, let's switch it up. Switch gears a little bit.
All right.
So we'll start off a bit light and then we gradually get a bit more deep. All
Yeah,
right,
like
so
when you're in the ocean swimming into the deep end
that's it, man. That's it.
where the
Alright.
sharks lie.
Yeah. Hey, they can swim shallow too.
Yeah, have you seen that video where the shark actually swam onto the shallow ends of the beach? It was actually quite scary. It was quite recent.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to go swim in the ocean ever again.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't recall seeing you at any beach. In
Exactly.
Recent times,
But
actually.
exactly. That's why
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Fair enough, man. This guy's woke.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the opposite of a beach bum. I don't
I'm
know.
a bum beach.
Uh,
Moving on.
What you say? No. Yeah, it was a Christian channel. All right. Anyways, yeah. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, this one's all right. What has been helping you or us become more self-aware?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, not bad, eh? Not bad. Shout out person who.
Well, I feel
done
like
that.
for me, it was just I've always wanted to be a guy that people liked. And then when I realized that when I find out more and more that people like aren't too cool with me or they have an issue with me or they're just uncomfortable with me, I feel like the only common thing with all of that is me, right? So I realized like, okay, even though sometimes it may not be my fault or sometimes it's just circumstances between like me and the other person, the only thing I can control is just me. So then I figured I can't control how they feel, what they think, but I can control how I act. And just take responsibility of how I act and then try to be better.
Yeah.
And I realized like, we all got to constantly grow and we all got to constantly change. And so that's how I kind of got into the groove of it. And now I'm just trying to be a better person. And then hopefully people like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's good, bro. I'd say for myself, it's the people that I'm surrounded by, my community basically, because like I shared this like last time, I think, whether that was in a conversation with you or like on a podcast, I said that like having close friends around you that you can be vulnerable with and really just share life with, they see you in a different lens basically. They're like your what do you call those mirrors, like they look, what's that, like when you're driving, right? What's that they say, like you can't see, like what do you call that, like
A blind spot.
blind spot. Yeah, so like having people around, like they can check your blind spots and spot you basically, and like I guess going through your experiences, like you have your own perspectives, but then when you share this with other people that you're close to, they may have a different take and may say, oh, this is happening because you're like this or like that, for example, you know, like Nick, you're quite like observant yourself as a person, and like, you know, you've shared with me when we play that game, like No Longer Strangers or whatever.
Yeah.
Like things about myself that I guess, I mean, I kind of had a grip on, but you know, you sharing that with me kind of helped me see like, oh, okay, look, that is something that I need to improve on, things like that. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the big ways of how I've been improving and being more self-aware recently. But I think it was for this year, mostly my experiences, like going to Sydney, going to Melbourne, and like meeting certain people and like, you know, talking things through. All those kind of things made me see myself differently, and I guess like made me more aware of things that I need to work on, like conflict resolution and communication and sticking things through, those kind of things, you know what I mean? So yeah. Cool. So that was a good warm-up question. All right, thank you, person who asked that. Another one is more like a relationship one now. What should you do if you get rejected romantically by a close friend?
Run. Okay, no.
Run.
Well, that's a hard one.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of factors to that one. It's like, how do they reject you? But I mean, either way, it probably wouldn't feel good.
Wait, what's the first part of the question again?
What should you do if you get rejected, in brackets, romantically by a close friend?
Rejected romantically by a close friend.
Can't relate.
But
hey?
what? I would never put myself in that position.
Yeah, well, like
I take calculated risk, you know?
Calculated risk kind of guys, but I would say like, I mean, if you want to, it depends on what you want to do with that relationship afterwards. Like, do you want to maintain that? Are you okay with roughing out the awkwardness and still being friends, or would you prefer just not to be friends with them anymore? But let's say best case scenario, like you guys they still want to be friends. What would you do?
Well, they still want to be friends then, but then that comes down to you, right? Whether you feel like you can get over it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're already really close and then you ask and then they reject you, it's kind of like, well, it's just awkward now.
Yeah.
And then to bring yourself to a place where you get over it, it's going to be hard, especially if you're going to keep going close.
For sure.
I feel like if it was me, if I was going to tell them that I liked them, I would already in my mind have this idea of like, I'm going to risk the friendship for this because I like you that much.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, then I'm almost prepared for us just to be not as close or potentially just not hang out as much anymore.
Yeah.
That's just me though. So usually, I wouldn't take that risk. But if you feel like you do and it's happening to you, if you're like me, then honestly, I would probably just not be friends anymore. Like, no, as in friends still, yes, but just not as close. Because I personally feel as, like, for myself, it's just too awkward. I wouldn't know how to,
Yeah.
you know, like, I don't know how to recover from that, man.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Are you any different?
I wouldn't say too far from it, man, from what you said.
Yeah.
But I think, like, if I really wanted to maintain that level of closeness with this friend, it would take some time. Like, I would say, obviously, there'll be that awkwardness regardless. I probably would take some time away from that person just to get those emotions out of the way and, like, just get my head clear.
Yeah.
And then when I come back to it, you know, I mean, be honest with them, communicate, be like, look, I want to maintain this friendship that we have.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to put this behind me kind of thing. Give me some time.
Yeah.
And, but, you know, together you're going to have to work back to that closeness again.
Yeah.
As platonically as you can.
Yeah.
But you have to, I reckon for me, I would have to spend some time away first because try to, you know, go back to that same level is hard because, like, how could you not just have feelings for this person anymore?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope we're answering the question, but I mean, I don't think there's any clear cut. It's like you said, it's like
just what I mean. It's a Q&A, right?
Yeah, it is a Q&A. It's what we would do, and this is what we would do.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Cool.
Yeah. How
long have we been going on for?
I have no idea.
Well, last one, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, we can end with a pretty big one.
All right, sure. Why not? A big bang.
Oh, okay. You choose. Okay, there's this one, or this one, this one or this one.
Let's go to the top one.
All right. So the top one is, how do you deal with feeling inadequate in a recent. Wait, what? What's RS mean, man?
Relationship.
Oh, I feel dumb. That was my embarrassing moment. How about that? Nah, okay, nah, not really. Okay, relationship prior to starting a relationship and life in general. Okay, so it's
Whoa.
like
Okay. Not gonna lie, I didn't read it. It was just too many words to read in that small moment.
Do you want me to read it again?
No, I get it. I get it. I
yeah,
get it.
alright.
I didn't read it before you picked it. But yeah. Okay. How would you answer that?
I don't know. Feeling inadequate before going to a relationship.
Well, I guess I can answer first, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess my thoughts is I think sometimes you just have to realize that we're never really ready for anything. And I feel like sometimes when people feel a little bit inadequate, this is just me and my thinking, is that we feel like we're not ready, or there's something that we can do to better ready ourselves so that we are better prepared. And I feel like sometimes by doing that, we can get so caught up with ourselves and in our heads that it ends up stopping us from doing anything.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like sometimes we can get a little bit insecure about us and failing and how we look and how we like will appear when we do these things and it doesn't work out, right? It can be embarrassing. It can be sad. It can be hard. It can be discouraging. But I think one thing that I've learned a lot this year is just, if you want to do something, like, there's no one really actually stopping you except for yourself. And no matter what you do, we're in a world now where everyone wants an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. But if you can see through that and just think of it as, hey, I'm passionate about this. I want to do this. Whether it's in life in general, like what that question said, just go for it. I think because only you would know. And I feel like even if it's good or bad, whether you succeed or fail, there will be things that you can definitely take out of it. Like, don't let fear of failing or fear of feeling like you don't know enough and you can't do enough stop you from actually doing it. Because I feel like as I learned that lesson and me taking the step forward to just better myself or do things that I want to and start focusing on me, I learned a lot about myself and about my limits that I can kind of push to go forward. And I feel like that helped me battle my insecurity and my inadequateness like more and more over time. Because this kind of issue, it doesn't go away after like one thing. I feel like no matter how confident you get, that feeling is always going to come back. But you got to slowly chip at it. And then eventually you'll be good. And I feel like once you have a handle on that in life, then when it comes to relationship, you'll have more confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to know what your limits are and how you can grow as a person.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it.
Nah, you answered that hell well, man. I mean, heaven well. I gotta stop saying that. Yeah, like you said, with the things in general, I feel that you just gotta take the plunge and like just put yourself out there and just like chip at it basically. Like, yeah, you're not gonna get the whole thing all at once, but you can make your way to that and level up as you go. In terms of relationally, I feel that this is just my thoughts. I feel like this needs to be a conversation. We can't just answer it like on the whim. I feel I need to like dialogue and unpack this a bit more. But from what I'm feeling and what I want to say right now is that if I was in this situation, if I felt inadequate to date someone, I think the most logical thing and the best thing to do is just not date that person. Because I feel like let's say you get into the relationship, I mean, like that person accepts you, but you still feel inadequate. I feel like that will open up more insecurities and things like that may affect your relationship. Yes, you could grow from those things and you can get past all that and become a better person and have a very fruitful relationship. But I think in order how I would approach it, if I feel inadequate, then it's like what Nick said, like just chip away at some of these passions and things you do that will gain you more confidence in yourself and all that. And then like once you feel like, that's why the whole journey of singleness is very important, because like when you get to seek yourself out and like learn to love yourself and like find what you love and what you want to do, and you build confidence because you know that you're good at those things or you're passionate about those things, you have something for yourself. You know? And that's a very strong thing. It's very underrated. But I mean, I think everyone kind of gets that. They understand that whole dynamic. And I think in terms of ministry wise, that's a whole different thing. Obviously, like, everyone feels inadequate. But I think that if you have a fear of doing something, it's just all the more for you to do it, because I think if you have that fear or you feel inadequate, it's because you know the importance or how important this thing is. You know,
Yeah.
like how much you should put into it. You know, you
Yeah.
don't take it lightly, and I think that's already a good thing. So if you feel that way, ministry wise, or like just doing something like speaking or starting a podcast, YouTube channel, that fear, like that's okay. Like I reckon just jump in and take the plunge.
Yeah.
Relationally, a bit different, but
Mm.
yeah, that's my hot take on that.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. You know, we don't. What we say here is not for you guys to take in and be like, oh, that's the absolute truth. It never is. It's just a different perspective that we hope that you guys. It just opens more things.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
That's it.
Anything else to say?
Nah, that's it, man.
Man, I enjoyed that. I ain't gonna lie.
because we didn't have to think too much about what we want to say too much.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
it's cool. It's cool.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do more of these. We'll probably do another episode on this.
Yeah.
With the questions that we left out.
Yeah,
and maybe
there's
more
still
that
quite a bit more.
more that we might ask as well to get more, so we have more
Yeah.
choices. You know, but we appreciate and we thank you guys for even sending those questions through. Yeah. So I guess we'll sign off.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Peace.
Cool. All right. Just like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay fresh, guys.
Stay fresh.
Yeah. Stay fresh and yeah. Much love. See you later. Peace.